private group for women who are looking for love and, and really just want to get through all the bullshit and get out there and really find the guy and stop messing around, right? And so that's kind of what this course is. And Matilda is completing that course today. So, hi. Tell everybody about you.
So I'm originally from Italy, but I have lived in the States for the past 10 years. But right now I'm in Italy for a few months to see how life would be here. But the reason why I enrolled in Lisa's course is because I couldn't really get a guy to commit. And I would get entangled in very complicated relationships. So when I started the course, I was kind of lost. I was very anxious. I felt very insecure. And I didn't really understand why I couldn't get like a boyfriend that wanted to commit. I didn't have a problem having guys that were attracted to me and they wanted to have sex with me, but there was something that wasn't right. And through this course, I learned so much about myself, about love, self-love, the beliefs that we have about ourselves, about men, about dating. And then some kind of transformation happened, and now I feel much more secure about who I am, what I want, how to ask for what I want, and how to date, how to text guys, and how to write a profile for online dating. So, I mean, it's the most valuable thing that could ever happen to me, because my whole life, I just wanted to meet the one. Like, everybody wants to be loved and find true love. And I feel now I have the tools to do it.
Yay. Beautiful. Matilda, thank you for that. That was so beautiful. I want to ask you where you were when you came into the beginning of the course. I know you talked a little bit about that, but you were like, who were you that day on our breakthrough call? Where were you at then?
I was totally lost.
Mm-hmm.
And, I couldn't understand what was wrong with me. I really felt there was something wrong with me because I just ended up always in relationships where people were pulling away from me. And I was very hurtful and I was very anxious. I was in an obsessive mindset. And I was trying to think of strategies to just get this person, or have him call me, or I would disappear so he would chase me. And I realized that games don't work.
Right. So you were playing a lot of games because that's what you knew how to do.
Yeah, I didn't even know what I was doing, but I was really trying every strategy possible to just get this person to be with me.
Wow.
Really flip backwards. And even in the past, if a guy told me that he liked something, I would do the impossible to make it happen, without expecting anything back. And then people treated me as a doormat, and I let them treat me as a doormat.
Yeah. Yep. And you're not doing that anymore.
No.
But you've really come far, like in 3 months. Who are you? Let's show everybody how stark, like this, I want the broad strokes. Like, you went from that, and where are you now?
I'm in a place where I am loving myself. And before, if somebody told me you need to love yourself first before you can love another, I would understand, I would listen, but I didn't really know what it meant. So I remember on our breakthrough call, you said, I'm going to take you by the hand, and I'm going to show you how to love yourself. And that was, I was like, okay, I need to do this, because I've been to therapy before. And I've seen many therapists throughout my life. And even though maybe it helped a little bit back then, it didn't really solve any problem that I had with relationships. And this course really opened my mind. And so now I accept myself for who I am, with my faults, with my strengths. And I learned to turn down the voice, on the critical voice that we have in our mind, like those thoughts that are very negative. And I try to talk kindly to myself. And then when you keep doing that, then you feel better. And then the energy that you have is different. And then the people that you attract are different. So now I started dating, because in the first part of the course, the first 4 or 5 weeks, you really put a break on dating and you kind of focus on yourself. So then after that, after you create your profile and you get some good photos, you throw yourself out there in the dating world. And so now that's what I've been doing for the past 8 weeks. And I've met, I would say, about 20 guys. Time, and each single one of them didn't try to make a move on me on the first date. They didn't wanna like hook up. Actually, they were guys that are looking for a relationship as well. So the people that I'm attracting now are totally different. And I met many gentlemen. I met guys that were vulnerable and they were talking about themselves a little bit, and they would invite me for dinner. And so it's been a discovery, you know. And I even had revelations about online dating, because I was on Tinder before, and I only met people that wanted to hook up. So I thought that's what people do. They go online because they want to hook up. But besides the fact that my description on my profile, it's pretty clear that I'm not a one-night stand, or I'm not down for that. I forgot what I was saying.
You were talking about the difference from where you are there and where you are now.
All these guys they're into commitment, and so about online dating. So I had this belief that people just wanted to hook up, but setting up my profile with your help through the modules in your course, because there's a specific module on the creating an online profile, how to describe yourself, and so I met guys that are totally different from the people that I was dealing with before.
Yeah. Matilde, can you talk just a little bit about the profile process? Because, you know, I really do believe, and there's lots of profiles out there, I really do believe that my women walk away with the best profiles. And they get phenomenal responses from them, right? And there really is a difference between one profile and another, and people do read them.
Yes, and I got so many compliments about my profile. They were all amazed and said, wow, there's so many girls that just put their height on there, and you are clear about who you are, what you want, what you like. It's very refreshing to see a profile like that, and you come off as a very honest person, you know, down to earth, and you just say it as it is in a playful, nice way. So I got many compliments for the profile, not just for the photos, because I mean, somebody might be attractive, but then there's nothing, you know, there's no description. So really about the description, it was also a way for them to start talking to me, making a comment about what my description, what I wrote in my profile. And in your program, I think it's week 4 or 5, there's a module where you kind of interview yourself to write this profile, and then you and Benjamin help refine it or approve it and stuff like that.
Benjamin's very sweet about that. My husband does the final touches on those things, so that we can get a male perspective. It's crazy how many things women would, you know, say that are such a turnoff to a guy that we have no clue. And it's nuances. Like, you couldn't even pick up this, like, I, you know, having done this for years, I still can't catch it all.
The girls in the program, sometimes some of them post in the secret Facebook group their profile, their approved profile. And like Jenny, she wrote an amazing one. I really loved hers.
Yeah.
And also Lisa Ferguson, they
Yeah.
all have amazing profiles.
And what's crazy is both of them are dating people that they
Yeah.
really like. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa's seeing somebody and Jenny will see, but you heard her on the call last week. It was, she was having fun and she really seems to like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And talking about the group and the group calls, Matilda, you came on, I think, almost every single call.
I think every single one, yeah. On one, I was late
Wow.
because I didn't put the alarm right, but I still woke
Yes.
up for the last 10 minutes. So I think I made every single call.
And I just want to acknowledge you for doing that. I want to say that when you're in my place and you watch people go through this course, as I've seen the women go through, first of all, you have shown up at the highest level. I have not had anybody go through the course who showed up the way that you did. I really want you to know that. And I want you to be proud of yourself. I actually, maybe Pat did. Pat was really great too. And I just finished with her, but I think there was a level you post in that Facebook group. You are there for the other women. You've made friends and like outside of the group with some of these other women.
I did.
Yeah, nobody. You've been supporting others and you've been reaching out for support and you've been, a voice, just such a positive, honest voice in the group. Like you've had really beautiful times and you've had some times where you've really struggled and you have been so raw and exposed. And I want to say that what you did, you gave to us such a gift. You gave all of us a gift by being who you are. But you also did this for you, Matilda, because you're going to get the benefit of having been so real and so true and so courageous and so honest and loving. You are, you're such a loving woman.
And I couldn't have done it without you. Like, you are the most amazing human being I have ever interacted with. You have such wisdom. You say things with such grace. You have so much patience for all of us in our struggles.
Because I've been you. I can't be a hypocrite. I see myself in all of you.
No, truly, Lisa, you put together a course that is amazing. There's so much knowledge and wisdom. And even in the group calls, every time we had a conference call, I felt so much better afterwards. I don't know. It felt like a safe place and we could ask questions and you always have so much wisdom to share. Like, you are amazing. Truly, I'm so grateful that I got to meet you and got to do this with you, because it would have never happened otherwise. You did it on your own. Like, it took you some time to go through your own journey and you studied also spiritual psychology. But I don't think I would have ever gotten to this point by myself.
Oh, honey. Wow. Well, when the student's ready, the teacher appears. And and I really want everybody watching to get this. This wasn't easy for Matilda to do this course because, there's an investment to work with me. It's not, there's a sacrifice on her part to actually come in and work with me. And it was a huge leap for her to do this because she is not working. She decided to take some time off. She decided to go back to Italy to be with her family. And she made a huge sacrifice to invest in this course. It was a big risk for her, right? And she actually set aside the time to focus on it and really make it her, this was really your life for the last 3 months in a big way.
Absolutely. 24/7, yes. Every cell, every electron in my body. Yeah, and it was a leap of faith because I didn't know you.
Mhm.
I never saw your Facebook lives, but I did watch the webinar, the introductory webinar, and
Yeah.
I saw some Yelp reviews from when you were a relationship therapist, like a couple therapist.
Mhm.
You had amazing reviews. So that was the only on Yelp. So that was the only tangible thing that I had. And for me, trusting other people or even trusting myself was an issue, and I didn't even know. Maybe I knew about trusting other people, but something inside of me told me, and even when we spoke together, what I had done up to that point didn't work. So if I wanted to change it, and if I really wanted it, because sometimes people say, I want to have a relationship, but then when it comes to really do it, we kind of run away.
Yes.
So I really wanted to learn, because I tried everything before and nothing worked.
Wow. And it's crazy because people are out there. I think what kills me, Matilda, is that so many women, people are out there and they're missing out on the single greatest part of their lives. And it's not because they can't have it, it's because they're not doing the right things in order to get it. And they don't even know it.
Exactly, because you started the course where you're kind of ignorant about what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And then as you go through the modules, you understand so many things about yourself and your blocks, what was stopping you from finding true love.
Yeah. And I was talking to somebody today on a call, and I was saying to her that, you know, when you do this in some ways, it's almost like you really sit back when you start the course and you think, wow, like I was trying to have a relationship and I didn't know this stuff. And like, how was I ever, once you start to learn it, it's like, oh my God, like, how was I ever going to have a relationship? You realize how far away you actually were from getting it. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. It was impossible before. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the understanding of how it works within me, with another person. So now I know, and I mean, I just started dating, and I'm practicing, and I'm having a lot of fun. Now there's a couple of guys that I'm getting excited about. And also you learn, the first thing you learn when you tell us to read the book Attached is about the different styles of attachment. So you learn how you operate in a relationship, and you learn who you're dealing with. You know, you get to know somebody little by little, and with some little red flags or with some like consistent kindness from the other person, you realize, okay, this guy is a secure type, this guy is an avoidant, this guy is an anxious. So then you can walk away graciously with the ones that are commitment phobes, and then invest into those that show you that they are reliable, that they're into you, that their actions match their words. And so then you know that you can trust them, and then you can let go little by little and, you know, reveal parts of you.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And that's really what you want to do, right? You want to find the right men who are safe and who are secure candidates. And then you want to be able to get emotionally naked and let them see who you are, you know, and then see if this is somebody that you really like. Do I like when I reveal myself, right? When I take down my guard a little bit and I show who I really am, do I like what I get back from this guy? You know, do I like that reflection? And then if you do, you take down a little bit more. You show them a little bit more of who you are, which you're doing, right? You're doing that with some guys.
Yeah. And when I realized that maybe the conversation is on a superficial level, there are some questions that also are in one of the modules that you can ask your date to get a little bit more emotionally naked. Not just naked without clothes, but just, you know, on a more internal level.
Uh-huh. It's so lovely. I mean, Matilda, can you feel how much closer you are to having this now?
Yeah, I'm ready now. You know, before I was a mess. I didn't even know.
I was a mess. Oh, Lord.
I was very reactive, and I was being led by my ego or my frenemy, by my insecurity, by fear. Now I'm more secure within myself, so I come from a more secure place, a more loving place, and I learned through you and through the course how to be more compassionate with others and don't make some assumptions. Oh, this guy hasn't responded, so he's not interested. No, maybe he has some difficulty communicating. Maybe he was busy. Maybe he was waiting for you. You cannot assume about somebody else's behavior. You just gotta ask, or just throw a little thing there and see if he answers. And also about initiating as a woman. You do want to be in your feminine and being receptive and let the masculine side of the guy shine, but you can also, be playful and show that you're there and you're open to receive. And then if they come and they give you, then it's perfect.
Listen to Matilda. She's like the best student. So great. I love hearing my course back from your perspective. It's so great to hear this.
I was talking today to Kathleen. She sent me the photos, and they're beautiful. She looks amazing, and she said, "Yeah, this course was amazing." And I couldn't have.
Oh.
She learned so much too, and everybody. Minerva was saying, "Yeah, you help us put all the pieces together." Johnny said that you made dating easy and fun. So, and I saw the shift in all the other women in the course.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy to sit and watch?
More relaxed in the face, you see a smile, it's like glowing.
And they calm down. That's one of the things I've really noticed is that people we don't realize how we're out here. We're all out here. And we start to, when, in the course, you start to see these women actually get in their bodies.
Of course, there's also a part where you kind of look at your past. And that for me was kind of hurtful because you bring out some emotions that maybe you don't want to look at. But that's very important to understand what went wrong and what you want to look for in your future and in your present.
Yeah. And Matilda, did you feel one of the things I really want people to walk away from this course with is that it's very important to me to give you all the tools that, so that you can work through this, so that you're not having to run to a girlfriend or call me or, but that you also can start to process this stuff inside yourself so that if you do get upset or you are having a bad time, that you have things that you can do to ground yourself and to process through things on your own.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you get upset or somebody ghosts you or whatever, you feel like you could be, you would have the skills now to, is that true that you would have the skills now to be able to, work through it and then bring yourself back to a positive place?
Absolutely, because also I fell down a couple of times through the course. There were a couple of days that I just cried all day. And I just processed my emotions and I let them flow. And then I went back to just doing the work. And then in one day, I was up again, So maybe there was some stuff that I needed to process still. And it's okay because we're always a work in progress. So you have tools. If you have an anxiety attack, you know how to calm yourself. If you start obsessing about stuff, there's some exercises that you give us that we can do. And also even just knowing that I didn't do anything wrong, that I always do my best and I know how to communicate with a guy now. So if a guy gets defensive, it shows me something about him. It has nothing to do with me, And then if there's a problem or misunderstanding, you just communicate in a gracious way when you're not upset, but you calm yourself down. And then there's also formulas on how to communicate with a guy if he does something that doesn't make you super happy. With a calm, mindset.
Yeah. And everything is very, the stuff that I give you, it works, right? Like when you put it into practice, it's like, wow.
Everything from how to talk to men and how to, work on yourself and being playful, being flirty, and just having fun and being present and being open, being compassionate with yourself and with others. There's so much in the course that I cannot even, summarize it in 5 minutes. But it's a true journey. It's a discovery. I'm a completely different person. I feel different.
And what do I want to say? It's not manipulative. Like there's nothing about anything that I teach any of you that is manipulative. It's really about stripping away games and being true to you.
Absolutely, because games don't work. You just keep repeating a cycle with the person where you pull away and then he pulls away and like running after each other. But that's a way to not have true intimacy, because people are scared, so they run away, and then you chase them, but you're scared too, because maybe with somebody that would give you what you want, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what is this?
And it's manipulative. People also run away from the manipulation. They feel like you want something from them, and that's a turn. It's a turn off too. One thing that I want to say, are you seeing now with this level of clarity, how much more quickly this can happen for you?
Absolutely.
Like having gone through this whole metamorphosis now, and now, Matilda, that you really are on the other side of things, you're going to find your guy. Can you feel that you have the awareness to do that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then if you meet somebody that is an imposter, let's say, that looks good, but that it's not, you know how to walk away and don't drag yourself in a unhealthy, toxic, codependent, whatever relationship for months or years. You just close that chapter, wish him well, and then you just put yourself out there, and you just keep dating, and and then you will eventually meet somebody that is worth it.
And you're going to meet someone phenomenal. And you see, you have the awareness now to recognize him, because you're being that woman, Matilda. You couldn't have seen him before.
No.
You couldn't see him through the games and the anxiety and the fear and all of that. That was obscuring your vision, right? But now that fog is lifted. And you really can't, and your clarity is amazing, honey. Do you know that?
In the course, I understood exactly what I want, and I understood that I deserve having what I want, and I should ask for what I want. And if somebody doesn't want the same things that I do, then we're not meant to be together. So anybody at any age can have what they want.
And see, some people say that and they want to believe it, Matilda. You say it and you really believe it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I want people viewing this to see she's really clear. She knows what she wants. She knows how to get it, and she knows what she's going to have to sacrifice or do. She's going to keep walking away from the men who are not right. She's going to explore it. She's putting herself out there honestly, but she's also ready to walk away the moment she sees it's not the one. She already did this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's patterns with guys that are not emotionally available. They're all in right away. There's a bunch of red flags. So now if you're not invested and you're meeting somebody for the first time, you can have a clear idea, maybe on the first date or very soon. So it's easy to walk away because you're not investing in somebody. It's like we say in Italian, trying to get blood out of an orange. It's impossible. So if you walk away, then you leave space for somebody amazing. and you don't waste your time with somebody that is just gonna drag you down and make you feel that you're not good enough, and you know that you're not, there's something wrong with you. No, you want a guy that makes you feel that you're amazing and he really cherishes you.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
And
I'm learning that.
And I think also, Matilda, what you learned from the previous relationship was you're really learning that you can't, no matter how hard you try, you can't change people. So when somebody tells you that he can't give you what you want, that's your cue to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you're looking for is someone who can, and you know he's out there.
There's plenty of men out there that really want the same things that we want.
Yep.
I think every human being in the end wants to be loved and love, you know, and not everybody is prepared to do it because of childhood trauma, or because of relationships trauma, or because whatever reason happened in their life. And not everybody does the work that we do. So I kind of feel bad for the guys because we're like so wise, and some guys, you know, haven't done the work on themselves, but some have, or some are naturally prone to have a relationship. So it's been very interesting for me to meet the guys that are open-minded about looking inside themselves and finding dynamics about relationships and how to communicate better. So it was very refreshing. And it's also a turn on for me to see a guy that is open to look inside and, you know, see my point of view about relationships. And because I was sharing all my insights with my dates about the course, you know, and so with some of them I would even do the test of what style are you. ABC, which answer, and then let's see the results.
Oh my God. I wish I could have been a guy and gone on a date with you, Matilda.
But the crazy thing is, every guy that I saw, within 30 minutes of the date, they said, "Oh my gosh, I had a great time. I can't wait to see you again." And then sometimes when you realize that you're not interested, you tell them gracefully that, you know, you wish them well and you wish them the best in their search, but it's not a match for you. So you don't ghost people, but you tell them what's going on.
Let me ask you a question. How has your relationship to yourself changed through the course?
Oh my gosh, I used to beat myself up all the time. I tend to be a perfectionist, and I was very judgmental towards myself, and that also made me very judgmental towards others. So when I started just being kind to myself and just repeating to myself, I am good enough, I'm cool, I'm smart, I'm beautiful, because I didn't think I was beautiful. I thought, well, if they just want to have sex with me, I might be okay for one night, but maybe I'm not even beautiful enough to be seen a second time. So I really thought there was something wrong with me. And now I know that there's nothing wrong with me. I mean, there's always room for improvement, and I'm always working on myself, trying to be a better human being, the best version of myself that I can be. And now I'm not so judgmental, and so I feel more in peace with myself inside. Very positive and open for adventures, and you know.
Wow. So for a good time, call Matilda. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyone who wants to date me, no. Matilda, yeah, it's like, it's a whole different thing. You know, I think you're seeing who you are through this process, right? And you don't need to even put a caveat that you're a work in progress. You're amazing.
Aww,
and that's okay, Matilda, and it's okay to say that without any apology, without any shame. Mm-hmm. You're so beautiful. And I want you to really hear this. I just did Pat's exit call, and she said, Matilda is so Amazing. She said, I want to know when she's coming back. I want you to really get this. She said, I want to know when she's coming back to the US. She said, I would fly out to have coffee with her.
Oh my gosh, I was thinking the same thing, that we should have a reunion in LA.
That's exactly what Pat said.
Such a great group of people. I know you said it, that it was a very good group, but I'm in touch with everyone. And tomorrow I'm going to talk to Debbie. We're going to talk to each other. She wanted to talk about the book that we read. So,
we'll look at making that happen. And Victoria and everybody. I'm
coming back in August. So
okay. My birthday is August 28th for anybody who wants to know. I love gifts. No, just kidding. Not really. I do. No, but let's, we'll look at this. We'll look at it. Last year on my birthday, I had the most extraordinary party, Matilda. I wish we had known each other. We literally turned our house into a Moroccan paradise.
Wow.
It was, amazing. People were like, even like these highfalutin Beverly Hills, these like really amazing people were like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful party I've ever been to. But anyway, it was really great. So, but we'll do something. I wish you had been here for the party though. Honey, I cherish you. I don't even know what to tell you.
Me too. I'm so amazed by you. Truly, we all admire you so much.
But Matilda, this is a mutual admiration club. And I know you said that you think about the possibility of being a coach. And I really want you to know that you should be. You really should go on and become a coach, honey, because you are something else. Honestly, people love you. I feel
it's my duty to share the knowledge that I acquired, because going to therapy didn't help me. And this course not just helped me, but I see the change in all the women that were in the course when I was doing it. So people don't realize, and I don't know how you come up with it. It just works.
It is really I came up with it from my own journey, and I know you can see in the course, like a lot of this stuff is through my lens. I mean, even if you may say like the frenemy is equivalent to your, inner critic, and the naked dater is your highest, your higher self or whatever, but the paradigm, the adolescent is your inner child. But, the paradigms and the names and the whole structure, I created.
Yes.
And I try to put as much of it through, to take it into my own language, my own, my own metaphors, my own, paradigm, so that it's not like anything else out there.
And both the group calls and the course, there was some playfulness, and it was also fun, because I even love the fact that you say, sometimes I laugh at myself with these voices that are fighting. So you have a great sense of humor, and you make it fun. And every time somebody comes with a problem, you always have this side, the light side, or just to turn it around and make it playful. And that's really amazing, because if you shift your energy, then everything else shifts around you.
That's really sweet. Yeah. Well, and we had fun. I mean, we did. And if you can bring some humor to all of this, right? Like, it's hard enough. It sucks. And so, if you can make a little bit of playfulness and fun, and just, like if you're laughing in your own head about it all, right? And you can, with the voices, that's why I do that, and I make it funny. Like, my naked dater is, Pantanjali. It's like a little, East India cross between Merlin and Gandhi. And it's like, it's hilarious. And I talk to this little guy in my head, and I go to him for wisdom and advice. That's my higher self that I created. And, I mean, he's hilarious. But, I want my clients to do that too. I want them to come up with their own.
Up and not be so, oh my gosh, I'm suffering.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we have a lot, it gets real and raw. And what's so cool about, you tell me, but one of the things I thought, Matilda, that was so cool about this particular group and our calls in particular is that people are being real and they're sharing their deepest truth, but nobody's, and it's okay. People can cry and it's all welcome, but this isn't a crying group. Isn't it? I mean, but really, like you think a bunch of women get together and start opening up emotionally and we're going to all sit around and cry together. Or am I wrong?
No, I'm very empathic. So if I see someone that is crying and they're talking about something that I feel myself, I'm just
No, but what I'm saying is we're doing like really deep work and we're having fun. I mean, that's my feeling. And we're like really being real and stuff, but we're not sitting there like getting all drama and crying on these calls. We're like really doing really brilliant, but we're in the solution.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Always. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you do it. Honestly, I really don't know. Because you have all these women like going from one subject to the other. I mean, when we talk, we mirror each other. Like we listen to somebody's story and we're like, oh yeah, I feel that way. Or yes, I totally understand, I don't know how you do it to just go with one and then be very open and enthusiastic with each single one and understanding and compassionate and loving and supportive with a sense of humor, playful. So I don't know. It's pretty amazing.
You make me sound so good, Matilda. Thank you.
But it's the truth. We all feel
I know. Well, I pull a little from all of you because I'm also, you guys are amazing. And I think when I'm on the calls, it's just incredible because those 3 months are, they're so deep and they take you so far, and as I go through that process with each one of you, it's like I fall in love with you guys. And it's so funny how different, we're all like you're all these different people when you come in, but when you're done, it's like, it really is a community.
And we speak the same language. Now, when we talk to each other, we know what we're referring to when we use like a specific term, or he's an avoidant, or oh, he's anxious, or la la la.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or that's your naked dater talking, or your frenemy, or your final five. Right? We didn't talk about that, but your final five. Mm-hmm. That's another big piece. Oh man, I would keep going because I don't want to say goodbye to you. And I know it's not goodbye, but
it's arrivederci.
I know that's a much better word. Everything sounds better in Italian, Matilda. Everything. Italians just know how to put like that perfect extra, like whatever that is. Oh man,
the course is so amazing, and if anybody is gonna enroll in the course, my advice is to really do one module a day. Wake up in the morning, just do that while you're having breakfast or before. Just wake up 30 minutes before, or just set up a time. So then you go through the modules, and then you start dating while you're in the course, so you can ask all the questions about how to deal with a guy or whatever question comes up. Really do the work. I mean, I had time off, so I could really focus on it. Some people that have more busy schedules, maybe it's more demanding for them, but whatever it is, at the gym, if you're on the machine, or whatever at home, instead of watching Netflix, just do that, and just keep the work going, because it's so precious, the information that it's in the modules. you know,
Mm.
and also showing up for the calls as well.
Yeah.
Because I learned so much on every call, from me, from you, from every single woman that was sharing. So everything combined is just mind-blowing, truly.
Yeah, and I think people don't realize, a lot of times I hear it from them that they just, oh, I want to just do one-on-one coaching. But it's all of it together that really facilitates that fast, deep
It really helps to
information.
do it as a group, because you see other people, what they're going through, and you can relate. And you also see their transformation. So it's very inspiring to see all the success stories as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Matilda, there's so much. And I want to thank you. You know, there's so many coaches out there, and I don't take any one of you for granted. You know, the fact that you took my invitation to, you know, accepted my offer and my invitation to become a client, and that you invested in me and in this course, is, you know, I'm in deep gratitude for you for doing that. Truly. I know it's a leap, and it's not, you know, it's certainly not inexpensive to work with me. Mm-hmm. And I don't take any of that lightly. It's a huge, huge, huge gift to me. It really is, on every level.
A gift to us, truly, because you changed our lives.
Oh, honey. Oh, my God. You know, I really do have to stop and take that in for a second, because it's easy just to say thank you. But that means so much to me to know that, you know, that what I'm doing in the world really is changing lives, and that it changed your life.
There's actually proof of it. So I see it in myself. I see it in the women that just got married, and they have photos on the beach with the rainbow behind. It's amazing.
Yeah. I have 2 more weddings coming up too. Lauren is getting married. She's getting married on Labor Day weekend. And my client Liz is flying out to Los Angeles. I think I may have mentioned this. She's flying to LA, and I'm going to marry her and her fiance here. So next it'll be you, Matilda. Oh, honey, whoever gets you is going to truly be the most extraordinary man. Aww. Really, like, this is going to be such a lucky, lucky, lucky human being. I can't even tell you, to be your partner. And, you know, I am positive. You know, everybody thinks that they have to invest in their work and their business and whatever. I am so proud of you for investing in your love life, because I know your career is going to change as a result of this, because you know who you are and what you want. And you are going to draw a man in who may be a co-creative partner with you in whatever you choose to do in the world, because you're going to change lives, honey. You're a magnet. You're a true magnet, and you are going to change lives, Matilda. I know that. So just, you know, take that away. You're going to draw this man in. You draw people to you by nature of who you are.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet.
But just all, you know, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And, you know, all you need to know is that you're there. This person is going to come into your life, you know, and however long it takes, you know, that's in the hands of the universe. You can keep showing up and doing everything that you're doing, but he's going to show up, and he's going to be extraordinary.